Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. So today here we are back with a new video on our structure series, and this video is going to be on metal deck in 2D as well as in 3D, as well as I will try to cover truss. I will try to cover truss if time permit. So this is structural flooring, and when it comes to structural flooring, you may have seen all the options, but again there are few things which I want to show it to you. So what I will be doing is I have opened structural template, and here what I am doing, I am at level 1 and I am modeling few columns. Okay, so let this column be up to a height of uh, level 2, and here this column starts at level 1 and it goes on to level 2, but now we will say unconnected and we will say 3000. Okay, and then another column I will place it here. After that I will say 3300, and here I am placing my another column, and then I will say 3600, and here I will place another column. All right, so now columns we have placed, and this time what we will do, we will model beams, and for beams as well I have selected the sizes. And what I will do, I will turn on 3D snapping. The reason why I am turning on 3D snapping, I'll show you in elevational view. So see what is happening. Our columns are extending in height. Okay, they are not the same. They are not the same. They are extending in height. Okay, so this is what we are doing. So now I'll show you how you can model flooring when there is a height difference in the supports. So what I will be doing now is I will model some of the beams here, and let this be beam, and then I'll turn on 3D snapping. I will snap it here. I have to go to level 2. This is level 1. I'll go to level 2 because my all the beams are at level 2. They are ending on level 2. Okay, so here this is done. 3D snapping is on. So I have spotted, and then from here again I will press tab, and then all right. So this is done. Second, again make sure that 3D snapping is on, and you just go on modeling it. So here we have placed it, and then we will model it here. All right, so 3D snapping is turned on, and if we see it in 3D, this is what we have got. See, these beams are not at same height. There is a height difference. There is a greater height difference among all the columns, and this is how your beams will look. Okay, so in such a scenario, how we will model the flooring? So I have taken flooring, and once I take flooring, what I will do, I can pick walls or either I can pick supports. So I will pick supports here, and see, I am picking the supports, and I will close it off here, and you see what will happen. Just because I have picked the support, my floor is following this particular height. Okay, and I can also select this flooring uh, just to make sure that you are able to see this. What I will do, I will take this column, this beam bit up. So here we will give an offset of 300 mm. We'll delete this. We'll delete this, and we will select our floor, and first we will delete it. Okay, so now what we will do, we'll go back to level 2. This time we will turn on the detail view to 5, and now I am modeling my floor again. This is at level 2, and from level 2 I need at an elevation of 300 mm. I will select this. All right. Okay. So now here you see the span direction. Okay. So this span direction is basically what if our deck profile is there. So as the span direction is at this side, so our deck profile will expand in this span. If I keep my span direction over here at this side, our deck profile will run along in this direction. Okay. So now we will complete the flooring command, and you can see here it is following that height difference of all the beams. Now again we will go to level 2, and this time again what we will do is we will right click, and then I will again go to pick supports, and I am picking the supports, and here the height from the offset we have kept the same. And again you can see here that there is a height difference that our floor is following, and if it doesn't give you that thing, so what you can do is you can also come in 3D view, and you can make sure that this flooring is resting exactly on top of your support. So before it was resting down, just because I have selected the support, now there is an inclination. So you can press escape and you will come out of the command. And now again we will model the flooring. This is the last flooring that we will model it, and this time we will do it in 3D. I am selecting all the required supports, and once I do that, just make sure that this thing is resting on level 2, and then it says lines must be in closed loop because this is the support which we then selected. All right, once you do that, what has happened still, your floor hasn't followed its support. So what we will do, we will come here, we will select this, we'll select this, we'll select this, and then this one. Right. So if I close the command, you can clearly see how we have modeled the floor of variation. I mean, there is a bit of height difference, and our floor has followed that height difference, and there is a slope among the flooring. So when such type of scenario comes in, we do a manual work. I just wanted to show you that here in Revit, this is how you can model such a floor which have supports at different elevations. Okay, this is one thing. Second is, if I model flooring again, and let this be on level 2, and here this is how we have modeled our floor. And if I take you in section, see what will happen here. Okay, so there is no deck profile, it is just the floor that you see. Make sure that the detail view is set to fine, and there is nothing here. It's just a normal floor without a deck. So how we will add a deck to this floor? So what we will do, we have come in the edit assembly category. Just make sure that the preview option is on, and you will add a new layer for the floor. And once you add it, you just take this up, and then in the function category, make sure that this is kept to structural deck. And once you do that, what happens here is that it says bound layer above and standalone deck. So if I select this option, what will happen is our corrugated sheet will be there at the bottom. Just because we have selected the option of bound layer above, there has to be a concrete floor on top. Okay, so this is the profile that we have selected. You can change the profile based on your requirements. If we select this standalone deck, what will happen, even that I'll demonstrate. So once I close the command, what happens, you see here the corrugations of the corrugated sheet. But when we go in 3D, there's nothing. So that sort of profile is only visible in 2D view. But what if you want to create a similar thing in 3D view? I mean, when you see, no matter whether it is section elevation or 3D view, you should be seeing those profiles. In that case, what you will do, that is a question. So now, this is a metal deck with the corrugated sheet. Now what I will show you, I will remove this structure, and once I remove this structure, it says that this structure deck, which is the corrugated sheet, it cannot be zero. So what we will do, we will select this layer and we will say stand alone deck. Okay, and then we will delete this. Now Revit allows us to delete that. I will close the command and see what will happen. Just a sheet here, just a sheet. But again, when you see it in 3D, you see that that sort of profile is not there. Okay, so there is a workaround. There is a workaround. This is what I wanted to demonstrate, how you will create a metal deck flooring with reinforcement as well as metal deck at the bottom, how you will create that. So for creating that, what we will do, we will come here in architecture tab, and here we will go to roof, and we will select the roof by footprint option, and from the contextual tab you select the sort of boundary that you want, and I will say that this has to be 200 into 10. Why I am giving 200 into 10 is because of the fact that our metal deck profile is of 200 mm. Okay, so this is 2000, and then here as well you give 200 into 20. You give this as the formula. What will happen, our floor is ready, and here this will not be visible because this again comes in curtain wall category. So make sure that you select curtain wall system and enable everything. So once you do that, still it's not visible, just make sure that your roof category is enabled, and now it is clearly visible. Okay, so what we will do this time, we will add some grids here. We will add some grids here, and before we do that, we will change the category of roofing to sloped glazing. And once we do that, the thickness has changed. Whatever thickness we selected, 400 mm, it's not there now. And once we do that, what will happen, we will model some of the grids here. And for modeling the grids, I will go to architecture tab, and in architecture tab I will select the grids here. Okay, and these are the grids which I am selecting. Or else you can select this roofing and you can come here in edit type, grid, let us say fix the distance, and then this fixed distance has to be 200 mm. Okay, all right, everywhere there are grids. You can see here there are grids, and now it's time for us to load our metal deck profile. So for that, what I will do, I will open that family. This is the deck profile what I have created, and see how I have created this deck profile. This deck profile is a 2D element. Okay, and if I turn off the dimensions, what we see here, this is just a 2D profile. Okay, but this is parametric. I have given the option of deck profiling as 200, but even if it is 300 or 400, you can control it. Okay, so this is a kind of a parametric deck profile that I have created. If I show you here, there is the length given. If I change this length to 300, see what will happen. It flexes. Okay, so now we will keep it 200, and then we will load it inside the project. And once we do that, I will go to 3D view, and here in 3D view I will select the option of mullion, and I will duplicate this mullion. I will say metal deck profile. Once I do that, I will close this off, and here when you go to profile, you select the deck profile that you have loaded. And once we do that, our metal deck profile is ready. and we'll select the option of all grid lines, and then we will select it. See what happens here. So here, these are unwanted uh, mullions which have come. I will select 1 mullion. I will right click on it, and then I will say select all the mullions on this particular grid line, and then I will select 1 mullion. If you are not able to select this, press tab and you right click again, go to select mullions on the grid line, and you turn it in. And then what I will do is I will go to section. Let me take you into the itself. Okay, see, this is what we have created. A corrugated sheet which is seen in 3D view as well as in 2D view. Okay, but again, there is no concrete flooring above. There are no reinforcement. So for doing that, what you can do is here, that roof is not visible, make sure that the category of the roof is turned on, and then make sure that all the curtain wall system is enabled. And you see here that we have our flooring, our roofing here. And when you go in sectional view, you will see it how this thing is there. Okay, but again, there's no concrete floor. For creating a concrete flooring, what we will do, we will go to this section, and then we will go to model in place. After that, we will say structural columns, structural foundations, and there's no flooring. I'll just select flooring here. And let me check whether there is any structural framing category or anything. All right. So floor is here. Let me uncheck unwanted things out. And once you do that, you get the floor here. You type in floor and you get this floor. After that, what you will do, give it a proper name, metal deck, along with concrete and rebar. Alright. So once you do that, you will get an environment where you can model X profile. Just select the sort of work plane that you want to model. Here we are not able to select any work plane, so what we will do, we will go to level 2 plan view, and here I will press RP, and once I press RP, I will model this reference plane, and I will give this as a name metal deck. Once you do that, you again come to section and you create a work set. You select this metal deck, and now Revit will give you the option to model your flooring. Okay, so what we are doing now, we are just tracing this. We are simply tracing this, and you do a bit of smart work. What is that smart work? You select this profile, you place it here, and then you select another profile, you place it just side, and then just go on copying all those profiles. So once you do that, what we will do, we will place it here, and this sort of profiles, we will delete it. Have we done a mistake? Yes, we have done a mistake. We didn't keep this at the right elevation. So what I will do, I will simply select this sort of profile. I will place it here, and then I will place it here. All right, everywhere there is a profile, what you do, you give this as 150 mm, and then you just bring it here and you pulse it off. So once you do that, your concrete flooring just above your corrugated sheet is there. You bring this here, you stop it here, you stop this over there. See what has happened. Your corrugated sheet along with along with concrete flooring. Okay, once you do that, you get off from the in place component category, and then it's time for giving rebar. All right, so once we go here in rebar, you can select the option of rebar, and based on your requirement, you can give rebars. As of now, what will I be doing? I will select the option of surface, as I want to place the rebar on the top portion. Once I do that, what I will do, I will press spacebar, and then I will select the start surface. After that, again I will press spacebar, and then I will select the end surface, and I will press enter. Once I press enter, I will just come out of the command by clicking escape, and here there is a rebar that has come in, and I will say maximum spacing is 100 mm. Let us say maximum spacing is 150 mm, and we want to see this rebar everywhere. So what I am doing, I am selecting all the views which Revit has created for me, and then once I do this file, you see here that there is a rebar which is resting properly on the top face. Now, how I have given this sort of rebar, and how you will be giving the cover, everything I'll be going in depth when I will start the reinforcing topic. As of now, I just wanted to give you a glimpse of how this metal deck flooring can be modern. Okay, so be with me. I will start very soon reinforcement. At that time, I will take you in depth with all these activities. As of now, we will wrap it up. Trust will not be able to cover in this video, but next week I will make a video on trust. I believe you have learned something new today. As always, learners, let us rise and shine together. Thank you. Thank you.